Hi, my name is Aaron with Murphy's Guitars, and today we're going to be doing a round 2 shootout between our Mexican Standard Stratocaster and our American Standard Stratocaster. But this time, I'm going to add in Fender's new American Elite series.
Before we started, I wanted to say there is no best guitar. There's a guitar that fits your budget, your style, and the tone that you're looking for best. However, there is no best guitar. So make sure that throughout this video, as you listen to it, buy with your ear. So this shootout is going to be between the Mexican-made Standard Stratocaster, the American Standard by Fender, and then their brand new American Elite that they just released this January. I'd like to remind everybody there's a link to Murphy's Guitars Reverb store below. If you get the guitars from us, we will set them up with whatever strings you like in whatever tuning you like, and we're going to throw in some extra swag with them. So visit those links if you'd like to get one of these. Let's start with our Mexican-made Stratocaster. Probably the biggest difference between this guitar and the other guitars has to do with the body and then the pickups. The body on our Mexican Standard Stratocaster is usually a blocked together piece of alder that usually will consist of about 7 or 8 blocks, whereas on your higher end models, there'll usually only be 2 to 3 blocks glued together to make up these bodies. One of the clearest indicators of this is when you look at the back of the guitar in the gut cut, you'll notice that the sunburst on these models flows into and kind of runs along the edge of that gut cut, whereas on the higher end models, it will stay along the edge. Taking a look at the pickups on our Mexican Standard Stratocaster are much different than the other models because it's a magnet below pickup as opposed to being a magnetic pole pickup. In your magnet below pickups, what you have is you have metal pieces that are stuck in those pole piece slots, and then they epoxy a magnet to the back of that, thus making those poles magnetic. The characteristic of these pickups is they usually tend to sound much deeper and have much more of a bass presence than Fender's magnetic pole pickups that they use on the USA models and some of the higher end Mexicans. Those tend to sound a lot brighter, a lot more articulate, and they cut through a full band mix much better, whereas the Mexican Standards are going to have a little bit more meat and bulk to the tone. These guitars also feature a 6-point tremolo as opposed to the 2-point tremolo that you see on the American models. They don't normally come with a bag, and they normally are going for the street price of about $5.99. There are a lot of small differences between the Mexican Standard Stratocaster and the American Standard Stratocaster. I'd really like to just focus on some of the main ones. First and foremost being the pickups. The model that we've chosen to use here features Fender's new Shawbucker in the bridge position, and then the custom shop Fat 50s in the neck and middle position. Your Fat 50s pickups tend to give you still a very meaty, big, deep sound while being very bright and articulate, which allows you to cut through a full band mix. The Shawbucker is a really nice, powerful sounding humbucker that you'll just have to hear later on in the video, but this guitar also features 250K and 500K switching as you switch through the different pickup positions. The guitar features a 2 or 3 piece alder body, but there's also the option for ash if you get certain finishes like the Sienna Sunburst, which is a really popular one at the shop, although you will end up paying a little extra for that. The guitar features staggered tuners that create a steeper break angle over the nut, and thus you get a little better sustain, a little better tone, and a little more tension on that nut, which is always a good thing. The American Standard also features their Biflex truss rod as well as the micro tilt neck, and what those two things do, even if you're not into setting up your own guitars, you like to just bring it to your local guitar shop and have it done there, these two features really help you be able to fine-tune your guitar to play exactly the way that you want it. As somebody that's a Fender authorized warranty repair tech, these two things are a big deal for me when somebody comes in and wants their guitar set up a specific way, because with these two I'm able to get it exactly the way that they want it. These guitars come with a hard shell case with these really nice, sophisticated, I believe TSA approved locks, and they come with a lot of accessories, a cable, polished cloth, a strap, a few other things, and they're going for about $12.99 street price, $14.50 $49, I believe, if you want the ash body. Now on to the Fender Elite series. The Elite Stratocasters replaced the old American Deluxes, and they just released them in January. The Elites feature the Fender Shawbucker. They feature a blower switch that allows you to go directly from that Shawbucker to your output. They have an S1 switch, which opens you up to 5 new pickup possibilities. So you have 10 total pickup configurations that you can play with, excluding the blower switch. They feature locking tuners. It has that beveled neck in the back, which makes it really nice and comfortable to play. A compound radius fretboard and a new compound radius neck profile. Towards the end of the neck, towards the headstock, you get a C profile on the back of the neck, but as you move up towards the heel there, you get into more of a D-shaped neck. It feels much flatter. They're very, very comfortable to play. The knobs, they changed up a little bit. They have more of like a sort of a sticky, almost rubbery feel to them, which is very, very easy to kind of move and grips your fingers really nicely. These guitars also feature a new truss rod system, which you can see the access point at the bottom there. You're able to stick the Allen wrench in there and then turn that little wheel. I've already done a setup on one of these Elites for a customer. These work really nicely. These guitars also feature the brand new noiseless pickups from Fender. They completely took apart their old N3 noiseless and redesigned these things from scratch, and they've got something that's really good this time. They changed the ratios of the bobbins, those wound spools that the pickups are made up of. The way the noiseless work is it's 2 of those stacked on top of each other. And on this generation, they've made the top one a little bit bigger and the bottom one a little bit smaller. Also, they've added in a metal plate that goes between the two. They use independent pull pieces for each of the little bobbins, and they've even changed the diameter of the wire. I mean, they've completely redesigned these things and they sound phenomenal. These guitars also come with a hardshell case, a little nicer than what's coming with the standard. And then the accessories are also a little bit of an upgrade. You get a nice black leather strap, cable, and then a few other things. But this guitar is already equipped with strap locks that they leave in the case for you, so if you want to use a different strap, you can attach your locks to that strap. These guitars are going for $17.99. Without any further ado, let's take a listen to them. more questions, we can be reached at mail@murphysguitars.com. You can visit our website, www.murphysguitars.com, or if you'd like to get yours, there's a link below to our Reverb store. Like I said before, we'll set it up with any strings you like, and we'd set it up to any tuning that you'd like. We'll throw in a little bit of extra swag for you. So, thank you very much.